Well, we're leaving Union, New Jersey. This is Route 10, which, no, what am I saying? This is Route 22, which goes, you know, I have no idea. It starts down there by the river, the Hudson, somewhere in Jersey City or somewhere in there, I don't know. And it's basically pretty heavily traveled, and there's a million lights on it, but it takes you, you know, over here to Route 287, and that's where I'm going, 287, and I'm going to hook on to 78, head back into Pennsylvania, and then to upstate New York again. I'm heading back to Binghamton. I probably have to load more forklifts is most likely what I'm going to have to do. And hopefully the traffic is moving. It wasn't moving this morning. Man, I need a cup of coffee. I got coffee in my thermos, but I forgot to pour it in my cup. So I guess I'm going to have to try to do it on 78 or 278. Because this road's a little bumpy, and plus it's got lights on it, you know. I might spill a drop, right? My blood pressure's up. I got a doctor's appointment on Thursday, but it's only Tuesday, and I really am hoping my heart don't explode till then. Is that it? No. Somewhere around here, just not too far, is, I don't know how many people watch that live around Jersey and all that, but they have these White Castle restaurants. And they're actually, these little hamburgers are really little, but they're really good too. I mean, they're just bite-sized hamburgers. So if you're gonna if you want a hamburger, really you got to get like 5 of them or 6. See, I'm pouring my coffee in. But they're really good. White Castle. I think many of you have heard about it, but can't get in there with a truck. Otherwise, man, in the afternoon, if they had, I don't know why they don't expand, but they're just around here, White Castle burgers. I must have went by it. But it really, I mean, good God. My daughter, she lives down in Louisiana in the southern part, and there's a lot of flooding going on, but she tells me she's fine, so I'm happy about that. I think that I just went by it on the left on the other side of the highway. I went by Texas Roadhouse, those steak houses. I guess they're getting. I mean, those things are, I guess, hugely popular. Am I right? I mean, there's one in Binghamton, near where I live, and it's always packed. The one out in Elmira, when I'm coming back that way at night, especially on the weekend. Oh my God, it looks like you can't even get a car in there anymore. So everybody's like feeding their faces with fatty fat steaks, you know. So it's a big thing. I myself am not a big steak fan, you know. I mean, it's just fat. I used to be, but not anymore. I'll treat myself to a hamburger now and then. I'd rather just eat a hamburger once in a while, and that's it. The rest of the time, chicken, you know, stuff that's healthy. But I would buy, if I could get in there, White Castle hamburgers. They are yum, scrumply, yummy. Was this it? No. I don't know where it is, but man. Shogun. Oh, I was gonna say shotgun. Shogun. It looks like a Jap. There's so many places around here. Look at these idiots driving in this guy here. Look at. It's just business after business. Beach camera. What is that? Bagel and grill. Bonefish grill. I mean, there's so many people living around here. They're bound to get customers, no matter what you do. As long as you have a semi-good crew in there and good food. You got to have good food, otherwise, and you know, it gets around, and you know. That's funny. Almost below cost, it says. But it's not, so you're still paying the price. Got it? Get it? Good. There's boats for those of us who have money. I'm not one. Can't afford a big boat, a little boat, a nothing boat. Strip mall, yogurt, dentists, tanning, nails, Dunkin' Donuts. Oh yeah, gotta have the Dunkin' Donuts. Get your coffee, get your fatty pats. White Castle, there it is. Check it out. Slam on the brakes here. There it is. White Castle hamburgers. He's going in there to get some. See? He don't care. He's just gonna pull up. I'm getting me some White Castle hamburgers. Hell yeah. hamburgers right now. What is it? 10:30 in the morning. Get you some White Castles. I guess you can pull up in there, but I mean, I had no idea. You know, I didn't think that, you know, yeah. Well, never mind. I'm an idiot. But I don't want any hamburgers now. Anyway, it's 10:30 in the morning. But it is Tuesday, and I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Good God, man. This road's taking forever to get over to 278. Well, we're almost there, so, well, I'll catch up with you. Well, I didn't do much filming today. It was exhausting. Got up in Tannersville, and the interstate was plugged, so I had to detour. Detoured up through Mount Pocono on the back roads, and that was a pain in the ass. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got up at 2:30, so it's time to go home, which I am. And it's payday today. I gotta go to the bank. I got my blood pressure's up, so I got a doctor's appointment on Thursday. Hopefully I don't die before then. But if I can stay awake, you know, because I'm tired because of my high blood pressure. But if I can stay awake, there's basketball tonight. You know, I'm a big sports fanatic. And I think there's 2 play-in games for the NCAA tournament. That's going to happen tonight, so I'd like to watch some of them. Like I said, if I can stay awake. Other than that, I don't know, but I'll try. But this is some of the way home. I'm in the backwoods and out of the back way home out of Binghamton. These back roads. All hills around here where I live. Everywhere it's hilly. Hilly, hilly, hilly. But I drive on these roads a lot more, you know, on the way home because, you know, driving on the interstates all day long, I like, you know, it's just more relaxing just to drive, like, you know, on the back roads. It doesn't seem so hurried, although sometimes there's some, you know, these fasties, excuse me, with these cars or these big SUVs these days, you know, they come flying up behind you. I don't even care. But, and I live about 45 minutes away from work, which is a little distance to drive, but I guess I'd never live around here anyway in the Binghamton area. I've always lived out in Sydney. I've lived there since 1985 or 6, somewhere in there. And it's way more comfortable living out in the woods. for me anyway. See the hills. It's all hills around here. There's nothing but hills. I like it. I like that little Kubota with the backhoe on it too. I tell you what, if I had a little cash on me, I'd buy another little tractor. Like I had a Simplicity, and it had a backhoe on it and a bucket loader, and I did a lot of work for people around the Sydney area with that thing. You know, and it would take a belly mower, a 60-inch, 54-inch, whatever you wanted to put on it, 48, whatever you wanted to buy for it. And it had a 27-horse diesel in it, 4-wheel drive. Did a lot of work, and I'd do it again. I just, you know, tractors like that, even though they're small, they ain't cheap. They're made for the homeowner. I know that, but I used mine commercially, and I made money with it. I mowed yards. I did a lot of work with the backhoe. I actually, for 3 years, or 2 years, I did the cemetery in Sydney for 3, but I bought that tractor and I started digging the graves with it too. And I did them, and I did it for 2 years. So it did a lot of work. I mean, lots of work. And like I said, I'd do it again if I had a little money and I could save up enough to buy another tractor like that. I got a pickup truck. You get a trailer, start mowing some yards, start letting people know you're out there again with your little backhoe. You know, the biggest thing I want to do is I would like to get a stump grinder, because there's a lot of money in that stump grinding, and then people would be like, can you take the chips and everything? And I'd be like, yeah. I mean, there was a guy that was stump grinding. He hired me to take the chips. I had a dump truck then, and I'd put them on my little dump truck. And I'd come back with some dirt, fill in the holes. And I'd make, $150, $200 doing that. It'd take me just an hour or so. And I'd have the chips. I could sell them. Yeah. So that's what I'd want to do again. I'd love to have a stump grinder, a little backhoe again. And the best stump grinders are them Vermeers. They're a nice little unit. They're very expensive, probably $7-8 grand, maybe even more. I don't know. Probably get a used one, but still, man. That was a great gig going on with it was just a guy. That's what he did. He'd call me up. Hey, I'm gonna do these trees. You want to get this? They want the chips removed. Hell yeah, I'll do it. That was a great gig. I'll tell you that. I loved it, and I'd do that again if I had, like I said, if I had the cash. But right now, I'm driving a truck, an American trucker. All right, I'm heading home. Adios.